Oh, you heard this, didn't you? Come on in, y'all. Come on in here. Come on in. Let's chop it up for a moment before I start doing this god awful mercury thing that's called laundry. Hey, B-Dub. Hey. Hey. I just walked. What is the thermostat set to?
76, 77.
It needs to go down to probably 75.
75? I said it's 76.
Say, Mom, what's the difference between a degree? Say, Mom, what does a degree do? You want some more? Say, give me some more. Hey, K-Dub. Yes, we got a whole lot to discuss, child. Let me see. Yesterday, I was just... What's today? Sunday? Yesterday, I was at the dealership. I hung out with my sister. Oh, look behind you. Look. Look. See, dogs, when you tell them to look, they look. Cats don't look. Mercury, look. Look. You see? Ah, look. There we go. Yeah, and then I had a graduation dinner to go to today. My cousin's 4 kids. He got 3 that's in college. He got 1 more to go. So that was that. It was like breakfast and like burgers, fish and chips, that type of thing. Hey, lovely Jay. Hey, Tanae. I've been so busy since yesterday morning. I'm so glad I didn't miss it. Hey, Natalie. Hey, Felicia. Hey. Y'all. Child. Let's get into it. Let me see. Let me try. I wish she had IG on this one, but she don't. So let's see here. Or she might, and I just don't see it. So, as y'all have seen, that... So first things first. Diddy's son... Hey, Crystal. Diddy's son, Lil Diddy. I call him Lil Diddy because I can never remember his name. Hey, Ollie. Oh, hold on. Pause. So, y'all, I'm almost done with this bag. Don't judge me. I've been trying to hold out for the live to show y'all this bag of chips. Lay's has, I feel like they've come out before, but Lay's has a salsa fresca chip. Limited edition. Y'all. This is the bag. This is how much is left. So y'all know the vibes. They are Justin. That's his name. We're going to call him Lil Diddy because I think it's funny. These are so good. It's ridiculous. I'm more than likely going to be back in Walmart tomorrow and getting me another bag because these are amazing. Very good chip. Very, very good chip. So, NOC made a dumbass video, and of course she couldn't remember the food she got. Oh, you talking about her first date video? We'll get into it. Her first, or what some first date ideas, something. And child, yes, they are good. They are good. Christian, the spice level, they aren't spicy at all. They aren't spicy. They're a little. It gives you a little zest. Let me see. It's giving like a pico on a chip type situation. All right. No spice. They gonna have one of these potato chip brands is gonna have to give me a deal. Cause I holds it down. But yeah, they are very good. Very, very good. So let me get comfortable. I hope y'all had a great weekend. So Lil Diddy made a diss song shooting shots at 50 Cent, of all individuals. 50 Cent be minding his petty business, and he started shooting shots. And everybody's like, why would you come for Diddy when you know Diddy does not have a chill button? Like, Diddy gonna stay on your, not Diddy, 50 Cent gonna stay on your neck forever, because if he don't send for you, he don't need you trying to come for him. So he been making all types of posts, coming for the daddy, coming for the son, because the son supposed allegedly was groping a girl, drugged her, trying to, fornicate with her and stuff. So that's like a story that's out there on the son. So it's like that, and the song was whack. It was so pointless. My thing was, if I was Sean, I'm gonna call the nigga Sean. If I was Sean, I would have told my son to remove that. Even though everybody has heard it, it's already been downloaded or whatever, but I would have him remove it, and I would give my son a good wholesome piece of my mind. Like, what the fuck possessed you to do that when you know the legalities that I'm in? Why would you do that? That's dumb. Then we see this tape that CNN got a hold of. So from my understanding, what happened was that Diddy was with Cassie at the hotel. When it was all said and done, supposedly Diddy had paid the hotel to give him the tape. Supposedly. Well, between that trip and the tape and today, the tape ended up in CNN's hands. CNN released it and said, look at this dude. He's over, look at him. So then you had a lot of men, you had a lot of people, a lot of men in Hollywood saying, Cedric the Entertainer came out, my soror came out and spoke. Kelly Price, we didn't need that. Kelly, we didn't need you should have sent him a text message, Kelly. We didn't need you to offer no prayers or nothing to Sean, because Sean does not need prayers. Sean is a fucking heathen. That's just what he is. And that video, I feel like that video is going to have the same effect in 2024 that R. Kelly's video, him peeing on that girl, should have had back in the early 2000s. That's what that video, the impact for that video. And LA County came out and said, yo, there's no charges that we can press on dude because the statute of limitations is up. There's nothing we can do about it. But if you know anybody else, or if there's anybody else who has been victimized and abused by Sean, let us know so we can, look into it. But as far as that particular situation, because it happened back in 2006, there's nothing that we can do about it. I'm like, low key, whatever. It is, but that's fine. Like, y'all can, because I feel like there's, one of the things is the statute of limitations. The other thing is that he already is being, like, the feds is already watching. So when the feds is building their case on you, this is what I learned in college. No, when the feds is building their case on you, they'll help, but they don't try to like intertwine with the feds. They're just there for the feds to be of assistance if need be. They don't, because the feds is higher than state. So he was in, if y'all haven't seen the video, I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen the video. I haven't seen Dr. Umar's reply. They haven't seen, but I will though. Send it to me. I haven't seen it yet, but send it to me. He literally chased that girl. She looked like she was trying to get away, off rip. You chasing her in a towel. You done threw her on the ground. Like, give this nigga the same energy that y'all gave Chris Brown. Hey, Penelope, give him the exact same energy that y'all gave Chris Brown. Y'all didn't let up. Y'all still ain't let up on Chris Brown. The difference is Diddy. This is what I told my sister yesterday with the whole Diddy thing, right? I told her, because we like to go down the rabbit holes. I said the reason why this is happening to Diddy is not because it's karma. It's not because of any of that. It's purely based on Plies responded. It's purely based on the fact that it's time to pay.
That's it.
And because it's time to pay,
And it's not
you
like-
don't have
and they need a
the
distraction.
payment.
They had that tape since 2016. They released it now because they needed distraction. Y'all's government give these people money, a lot of money. People like Diddy. Diddy ain't going to jail first off because Diddy's a Fed. He's been a Fed. He's been connected. They give certain people money and put them in positions of power. It's like a funnel. You have to get through that funnel in order to even get seen, even get put in this industry. Diddy is a funnel. He is not going nowhere. Diddy is a powerful funnel. He's also a powerful distraction. And when they need a distraction for the masses, for the idiots, for the unclean, fucking unwashed,
Even with that, I don't
uneducated masses,
necessarily, I don't necessarily agree with the
he's a distraction.
100%
just like that people
degree,
are.
because I agree. I believe everything
But
is
yeah.
a distraction, but I don't believe it's all a distraction. I think that it's time, because it comes a point in people's careers where they have to go see human resources.
At the moment, y'all's economy is drowning, right? It's drowning. Y'all's government is sending all of y'all money overseas to take the West Bank. They've been wanting to do this for over 40 fucking years. This is what they've been wanting to do. They're doing it. It's a distraction, so we won't talk about that. I swear to God it is. Diddy is not going to go to jail. He's going to be displayed as he is. Just like all of a sudden Kendrick Lamar and Drake got a beef and everybody's talking about it. It's a distraction. This is why I don't talk to people. Like, it's because it's like living in a fucking crazy ass movie and watching people fall for this crazy shit.
So,
they've had that tape since 2016.
R. Kelly's tape was out there for a while as well. Same thing. The reason why I don't think it's, like I said, I do believe it's a distraction, but I don't think it's all distraction. I think it's time for Diddy to, you just can't reside without them needing something from you or you having to give them something. And so it's time. Like because let's just be honest, Diddy by himself on an album has never hit on 2 pennies. And the reason why he came out with that whole Love album, that was supposed to be payment to his boss. That album didn't move nothing. Nobody gave a fuck about that album. Nobody bought that album. Nobody streamed that shit. So it was like, nigga, you told us that if we let you put out this album, then you'll be good. We let you put out this album and it ain't moved the needle. So therefore, since that album didn't move the needle, now we're gonna humiliate the shit out of you. We're gonna make you look real awful, and we're gonna put you through it until you come back to us with our payment. And in between time, you can try and do damage control all you want to. That's why they say in the industry they have you tell that everybody got something on each other in the industry in Hollywood. Just like Diddy had cameras all over his house, in the bathrooms, in the closets, and some more shit. They all got something on each other. In that moment, you just get too out of control, or I need to let you know, I need to knock you down for a quick second. To have that tape for that long and now it needs to come out, it's because it's on their clock, it's time for it to come out. And so it came out. And my thing was, I don't know why anybody would be, like, I understand why if you was born in 2005, you would be shocked and appalled. I don't understand why the older generation is so surprised. Like, we always knew, well, a lot of us, I'm not going to say we all, but a lot of us always knew how the industry got down. We always knew that all happened. Dr. Dre, the whole, what was that, NWA? Was it the NWA movie, Doc, something, where where it was on, it was a whole movie of how Dr. Dre treated Michelet, and it just went,
another what? What is Dr. Dre? He's a funnel. Diddy's a funnel. Jay-Z's a funnel. Is that about an album? You think they really got him? You think they really want him to pay him because he produced an album? Ain't nobody selling music.
That's not what I said. That ain't what I said.
Meg Thee Stallion selling albums.
But that ain't what I said.
You said that he had to pay something up, and he felt that album.
I said he felt.
Yeah, the album was an ego project.
No, the album bought him time, is what it did. This
whole time, what is more important to Diddy than anything? It's his ego. He's a narcissist, right? So it ain't about money, ain't about nothing. So they figure, okay, we can embarrass you like this as a distraction. We know you got all of this stuff on you. We can lay this shit out for the next for the next year while we do all this other fuck shit in the background, right? Because what y'all don't understand is that Hollywood, the music industry, and y'all government, they're this. This is a marriage. Nothing that y'all see and hear, it don't come to y'all ears unless it goes through them first. That's what I've learned. And Diddy is a big fucking player in that and has been since the fucking 90s. I've been screaming about this motherfucker
Diddy
since
has
the
a
90s,
boss.
bro. Ever since I saw this man get up there on stage and dance in front
Diddy
of these
has a
motherfuckers.
boss. Is the moral is the point
He
that
has
I'm.
what?
He has a boss. He's
he
not
does.
his own independent person.
Absolutely, but when
so
you're-
therefore you have to abide by, and you have to play their game.
Yeah, and you can play their
he
game all
doesn't
you
want
want.
to.
But here's the thing.
He can't play their game. So that's why this is the game that they're playing with him. Well, not a game.
It ain't about him playing their game. You don't get it. He's collateral. Do you understand? They've allowed him to do all of this stuff for years, right? They've known about this. It ain't like, oh my God, he's shocked. Diddy's over here essaying people and
nobody's saying that
and beating people. They're not shocked by that. The reason that this is coming out now is because Diddy is playing his part. The part that Diddy is supposed to play is the heel. That's what he's playing. What a heel is the bad guy. You're the bad guy. Diddy's playing the bad guy. For all of us on display to have these conversations, oh, did you see what he did to that woman? Did you see that tape is from 2016? If the same people that leaked that video gave any types of fuck about the moral implications of what he did in that video, they would have released it. It wasn't about that. It ain't about the money. It ain't about none of that. It's about him playing his part. His part is distraction. Just like when Will Smith got up there last year and slapped that man across the face, they both were playing a part. You understand?
It can be, but you're not understanding what I'm saying is nobody's denying that it's not a distraction. Hit the thumbs up, y'all. Nobody's denying that it's not a distraction.
But y'all are. I have people in my comment section saying,
I'm not denying that it's a distraction. I just said I believe that it's a distraction. At the same time, these people have bosses.
Yeah,
you have to come to these motherfuckers, and it's ritual. Right. It's a lot of rituals that go on in Hollywood. Right. It's a lot of things that you have to do within Hollywood.
But I'm trying to tell you,
on top of the distraction.
I know who his bosses are. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And when you know who what his boss's motivations are at the current time, it makes sense why all of this is coming out. We're only looking at what you say. He has an employer, right? Right. He has a whole boss. Their bosses, their employees, the people that own Universal, the people that own Arista, all these record companies, there are two fucking companies, BlackRock, Vanguard. Their interests right now are aligned like a motherfucker, right? So as far as like and the people that you call his bosses, the Julian Granges, all of those are the people that have the vested interest in BlackRock and Vanguard, the same companies that make war around the world. And when you see what's going on right now in the world, it's a distraction, so we don't stop it. I swear to God, in a year's time, none of this entertainment shit is gonna matter. Like I swear,
you're not listening to what I'm saying.
I am. I'm listening to everything you're saying. I am. I'm just saying that, like, I get that he has a boss, like, and all of that, but the bosses you have to look at their motivations as to why all this is coming out. This ain't new. Diddy had his first wife killed. Come on now. I know it's rumor and speculation. We know that. When, even as a fucking 15-year-old boy watching him set up their desk, I knew he had his so-called friend killed, okay? Watching him beat that woman in that hallway, not a shocker, right? For nobody.
The conversation that they have with Diddy and what their vested interest is two separate conversations. What I'm saying is
how when he's playing the distraction, right? You know what branded circuses are, right?
When I tell you okay, let me start over.
All right, let me stop.
Diddy is anything that happens within Hollywood where they put people on Front Street, it's a distraction. We all know this. I'm not denying that it ain't something playing on in the background. It's always something playing in the background. Always. It's a matter of if you understand the distraction or if you don't understand. If you don't understand and that's not your type of rabbit hole, fine. But yes, Diddy is a distraction from whatever it is. The politicians create distractions. Hell, what's the boy name? Megan Good. What's the boy name? Jonathan Majors. A distraction. Yes, but on the flip side of that, the flip side of that is the club that these people choose to be a part of. So when I say they have an employer, yes, they have an employer. Is their employer, do their employer have a lot of hands in different things, economics, wars, blase skip? yes, I'm not speaking to what their vested interest is and how they move around amongst the world, because I know how they move around,
Right.
because they're on the top, they're on top of Diddy. Diddy
Right.
is a small fish in a big ass elitist pond.
He's a small fish, but he's also a big distraction. These people that they hold up in front of us, I know you just say, oh, it's just a distraction. It's from whatever they're doing. It ain't whatever they're doing. Y'all's whole society is flipped. It's literally from 2020 to 2030. Everything that we know is going to be different, and they're doing that. All those. Think about it. The year starts out with what? Cat Williams stood up there saying, the stars will fall, right? The stars will fall from the sky. Talking about all these celebrities being exposed. Justin Timberlake came out, he molested his daughter, all this stuff, got her pregnant, all this stuff. Just crazy shit we hearing about these people, right? Stuff that people been saying, but this has always been known. These are open secrets that's within this industry, within the people that run with this industry. Whenever I hear somebody say NDA, it makes me want to fucking spit on it. And the reason I say is because no NDA is going to protect you from a crime that you committed against me. No NDA is going to commit you. Oh, you have to sign an NDA. You watch me violate somebody, and I have to sign an NDA for you to be in this industry. No, I'm going to hurt you because morally I can't. That's what I'm saying. At a certain point, you realize you live in a world of fucking robots, bro.
First of all, let's go back to R. Kelly. Everybody they knew. Fuck what the public knew. They knew how. I was getting ready to say Justin. How R. Kelly was moving. They knew that tape was out. They're only going to put out what they want you to know. It's not by coincidence. No. It's not by accident. And it's because on behind the scenes, your blood has dried up, and you need to provide us with some more blood. Whatever that looks like. Now, how they handle whatever, why do you over here trying to figure out how you gonna pay them, what you gonna say to human resources? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they doing what they do. Absolutely. I'm not saying that. That's why I said I believe, yes, there is a distraction from what you don't know until it necessarily happens. Right. The distractions are speculation. Mm-hmm. But everything is a distraction. Everything is a distraction.
Yeah, everything. Speculation unless you can literally quantify a bill and see that within the last 2 years y'all lost more rights than y'all have ever lost before.
Right, but everything is paper, you know what I mean? Everything is a distraction. What I'm saying is the difference between Diddy being locked up 15 years ago and Diddy may or may not being locked up today is dictated by them. At the end of the day, they all work together. The police, the feds, the politicians, the actors, the actresses, they all in the same club together. If they wanted Diddy in jail, due to the fact that tape had been out, but they didn't need, that wasn't the time. That wasn't the time for it to be exposed. So, okay, now is the time. Diddy owes them people. It is a distraction, but Diddy also owes them folks. And when you don't pay however they need you to pay, whether it's blood, whether it's a sacrifice, it's all types of rituals on that level is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Yes, there is the distraction, but there's the rituals that happen on that level. Above them, who are saying there's humiliation rituals. Just Will Smith, that was a humiliation ritual. They wanted you to look dumb as fuck. They want you to be embarrassed. And then my nigga ended up doing what Bad Boys is getting ready to come out. It's all on that level. Then you got the big boys that they answer to. Yes, they moving money. They funneling money. They over there with Biden, allegedly. They over there with this politician and that politician and this politician. They over there in Russia. They doing the absolute most. And we don't want because we don't want the sheep, right? Because we don't want them to get the questioning and saying we're not in the mood for the chitter chatter. Let's go ahead and throw this out there. Boom. He ain't got no music out. He ain't got no artists.
No, he was trying to look for artists too. Remember that tape?
That's what I'm saying. You went on Instagram and did
I think that's what he owed them. I think that's what he was looking for right there. When you say sacrifices, he needed some more people to feed to the industry. And nobody was biting that
Absolutely. Shit. That's what I'm saying. So on the Diddy level.
Yeah.
You ain't got no artists. That money is getting thin. Mm-hmm. The nigga look like his money is getting thin. You done had another baby. Nigga, bless, what's the little girl named Love? Bless her heart, cause she gonna be sold to the highest bidder, allegedly. And it's time. So in the midst of you trying to figure out how you are an asset, because we need to know that you're an asset to us. That's right now, Diddy, you're not an asset. I'm over in Russia. I'm trying to get niggas in these soldier uniforms and these boots. And on top of that, I need you, because you're a headache. You're my headache right now, Diddy. I need you to show me why we shouldn't just go ahead and suicide you, or why we shouldn't overdose you. Right. I need to know. Like, show me something. That's why I say your album flopped. Give me 6 months. I got an album. I got Keisha Cole on it. I got her on it. I got SZA on it. I got this one on it. That one on it. They like, okay, bet. 6 months. Come back to us.
Big facts.
But who the fuck is part of Bad Boy? He lost Ciroc. Then he lost Ciroc. Gone. He lost I was gonna say Tommy Hilfiger. What was Sean John? Gone. Unraveling. So on the employee level, in the break room, Chris Brown and them is looking like, ooh, what he gonna do? What he gonna do?
You saw what Whack 100 came out and said, right? I can't stand his weird ass, but he came out and said to Bow Wow, he's like, Bow Wow, it's time to come out. It's time to go ahead and tell your story.
Bye.
I'm like, Whack 100, what are you saying, bro?
Bye.
And that's not your place, is it?
All of them sucking dick. I mean, that's just what it is. All of them around here sucking dick. I hate to say it, but all of them sucking dick. There's no straight man in the industry. I hate to say it, but the ones that be in these beautiful ass movies that you always see,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
They sucking dick.
It's crazy that she says that because
hey CKS ain't waking up with D. Hey Siggy.
Listen, for years, like, and I'm telling you guys, like, way before I met her, y'all know my family's in the industry. For years, my cousin who refused to get in the industry, even though I have my issues with him, he refused to get it. He could sing his ass off. I mean, sing his ass off. Every A&R he's ever been into, wanted him to sign on with him, his brothers and his sisters. Yes, sure. But my cousin would be like, I can't do it because everybody's gay. And I'm like, nah, that's not true. He says in order to be in the industry, everybody
it's a super sexualized industry.
Like, for instance, like when my cousin came out like to LA, the first like he was with like Chris Stokes, he was with like around Immature, all them, and in order to get put on this stuff, like he was, you know, I assume, and I don't know if my cousin was like that all his life, but I know back east he always had girlfriends, right? Like he always was with girls. But then when we moved out here, like me and my brother lived with him for a little bit, right? And there was this adult star, this white dude. Y'all would recognize him if y'all saw him. And I didn't know who the fuck he was at first. And he was staying at my cousin's house, and I used to always be like, and this is when my cousin was popping, okay? And I used to always be like, why my cousin have no girls over here? Take in mind, I'm a teenage boy, so I know if I got like an album on the radio, everybody know who I am. I'm gonna have like women around me, right? Especially if I'm single. My cousin never had women around him, and I'm like, what the fuck? And this adult star. Now, even as a teenage boy, I knew who this adult star was, but I hadn't put two and two together until one day we was going to get something to eat, and this motherfucker was in the car cutting up, right? He was hilarious, and he wasn't doing nothing bad. He was funny as fuck, but he was crazy. And I was like, oh, I know who you are. You're this porn star. And it all, like, I started thinking about it at that point. I was like, why was my cousin got this like random white porn star staying in his house and no bitches, right? That's just how I thought about it. And later, you know, two and two together, sure enough, yeah, that's what they do out there in LA, bro. You want to get on, like, yeah, you can make something, you can sing, you can act, you can create something, but if you want to be a name, you probably gonna have to fuck somebody or do something weird, like, in order for them, like, to let you on.
It's a very sexualized industry.
And I didn't believe that shit forever. Even up until I got where I didn't believe it. Until like I realized my cousin was actually sick and what he was going through and all that. Then it was just like, oh fuck, that is what is going on out there. And my cousin, he's older than me too. had always been saying that's what they do out in fucking LA. Like, you come out there and they give you any type of deal, you probably gonna have to do some gay shit. Like, 100%. Yeah,
do this look like the Diddy that we know? This nigga look like somebody that be at the liquor store on Martin Luther King and Lake Mead. Do this look like a bad boy 112 total? And Mace have been telling y'all forever. Don't nobody want to listen to Mace because he talks slow. But do this look like somebody who is not nervous about if he's going to be fired? And when I say fired, I mean expired, such as jail. They're not gonna keep putting They're not gonna keep putting too many of them in jail, y'all. They ain't gonna keep putting too many of them in jail. They gonna start. We ain't seen. I mean, I hate to be that person, but we ain't seen too many of them that we've mourned in the last year or so. I'm just saying, he looks like somebody that's a little shook as shit. And then the fact that you just, you just dog, like, oh my goodness. When I tell y'all, sidebar, the first time I had ever seen, because I've never seen domestic violence ever in my whole life. The first time I had ever seen a man put his hands on a woman, I was at a bar on the west side of Las Vegas that I shouldn't have been in the first place because it's not my type of vibe. But I was in there, and he was security, and his girlfriend came up to the club, popping her shit, and when I tell you he hit that girl so hard, he made her body bounce off the sidewalk. And I called my baby daddy, and I said, "You need to come up here because I need you to watch me go to my car because I just watched the security punched the shit up out of his girlfriend, and she talked to shit, talking about and then she talking about coming back. I ain't got time." But that was the first time I had ever seen a man put his hands on a woman, and I was very far appalled. I was very far appalled because you in a club, a full ass club, you don't give a fuck, and you just do what you do. So watching that video of how Diddy, and I can guarantee y'all, there's some videos of how he did Kim. Like, I need the people to keep pushing for peace for Kim.
His security said, like,
fuck your security. You sat complacent in that shit.
People that come out saying shit.
I don't even want to hear from them.
Y'all niggas is always late to the party. Like,
I don't want to hear from.
I saw him raping the.
I don't want to hear from nobody because you sat your ass still and you ain't say nothing. So fuck what you gotta say. Fuck your 2 cents. Nobody get like bye. You can go sit with Tasha. Bye. Like
I grew up seeing some horrific violence.
I don't have time.
And my thing is this, and I'm gonna say this to ladies. I know ladies are attracted to power, but bro, a lot of times being attracted to power ain't gonna. You can't turn power into a flower. You know what I mean? You can't turn a person like Diddy into a nice guy. When you get with a person like Diddy, and I'm not blaming them for anything, but going into that, you get with a person like Diddy, you know what you get into. This nigga got you carrying his guns. This nigga got you carrying his dope.
This dude is souped up on drugs.
This nigga got you, you know what I'm saying? But he can fly you out and shit. But the moment a nigga hand you a pistol and say, "Hold my shit for me," like, question that shit, bro. Like,
and I'm gonna need Aubrey O'Day.
I never hand her something illegal and be like, "Oh, hold this for me." Just in case we get stopped. Like, that's crazy. We get stopped and I got something illegal on me, I'm gonna have that shit.
Aubrey O'Day, either you gonna say it or you not. So shut the fuck up. We get tired of every time something come out with Diddy, you get on your socials being extra cryptic. Either you gonna say it or you ain't, bitch. Otherwise, shut up.
Same thing with the people that come out with these exposés, exposing people, and then they don't name the person. They be like, "Oh, this person in the industry, you know, I worked as a CNA," and they give you this elaborate story that you watch. And then at the end of the story, they never tell you who the fuck it is. And I get so mad at that because I'm like, y'all just told this horrible story that this person's treating people like garbage. And instead of saying who the person is so they can have some type of accountability, you're going to just let them continue to do that to other people.
Now your daughter then went to your 2 girls, got to go to school and listen to everybody talk about how your daddy is a woman beater. And also start to talk about what your daddy may or may have not done to your mama. Like, but see, these type of niggas don't care. Kids don't move the needle for these niggas.
Nah, man.
Kids is just a way of saying, oh, lay off, like, you know, I got, it's one of those, you know, I got kids, but I got kids. They don't give a fuck about them kids.
No, the kids are so
they
you
don't,
have
they
somebody to
don't,
give your money to.
they don't give a fuck about them
It's
children.
a legacy thing.
So he gonna say in the video, I posted if y'all wanna watch it. It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Boy, bye. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. Let me tell you something. What's the girl name? Carisha, who is so tight-lipped. He probably got her ass shook as shit. Because ain't nobody gonna make me believe. Did y'all see the video when they was at her birthday? Was it her birthday party? And he was souped up on them drugs, on his knees and shit, cameras out, all types of shit. Ain't nobody gonna make me believe that he ain't put his hands on Carisha at some point or another. Ain't nobody gonna make me believe. Oh, and then supposedly they was saying that he was making Kim Porter smell Cassie's tampon?
Yeah, now he wanted her to lick it.
Or lick her tampon?
Yeah.
Nigga.
That was what the security guard said. I'm like,
and you didn't clothesline that nigga? Like, you can get a job, my nigga. I mean, I'm just saying. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it, and I'm disgusted now. I went and sought out professional help. No, you didn't. They tried to MK Ultra your ass. It didn't take. I had to go into therapy, MK, and go to rehab, Ultra. Had to ask God for his mercy and his grace. Had to, tell my employers, I'm sorry, I've embarrassed and shamed. I'm so sorry, but I'm committed to being a better man each and every day. Are you though? I'm not asking for, because he was dating a girl that he kicked in the stomach while she was pregnant. And that was after Cassie. Boy, stop. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. He did not reference Cassie in his apology. Of course not, because why would he have? Why would he have? If you're going to apologize, say my motherfucking name. The apology means nothing if you don't say my name, bitch. Diddy is look, Hollywood itself is egregious. They're gross. They're appalling. They have to do rituals. It's a very ritualistic club. One of those rituals, hey Dark Raven, one of those rituals is a humiliation ritual. Low key, Kanye normally come out and express his thoughts about everything. Kanye ain't said shit. But I'm just curious to, and it's still some people who even it's still some men in Hollywood who have seen that video, i.e. Joe Budden. I haven't finished his podcast today, so I don't know if he spoke on it, so I'm coming from a place of not hearing the whole thing, that are still tight-lipped about it. And I'm so confused because, and I'm not really, but that's because they all got something on each other. They all got something on each other. Don't think for a second that Joe Budden is squeaky clean. Don't think that Joe Budden is a retiree in hip hop. The nigga worked for Revolt for enough of a time. He was at Diddy's parties with Rory. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? No, I listen to Maze Love Maze just like I listen to Raz B from B2K. Yep. Hey, Ayana. I think they're going to expose Jay and Beyonce next. Yeah, that's what they saying. They saying that's why Jay-Z ain't nowhere to be found. Well, he really ain't ever nowhere to be found. But they brought attention to how there isn't a Rock Nation brunch. He didn't do a Rock Nation brunch this year. And yeah, and then they got Matthew the Stallion walking around him in arenas. Like, is she really out here selling out arenas? I'm so confused. I think they want Megan Thee Stallion to take Nicki Minaj's place. I think they're gearing up for her to be like another type Nicki-esque, but she would never. And I'm not even like a Nicki fan. I'm not a Barb or anything like that, but she will never. Don't nobody want to see Matthew the Stallion. Like, honestly. And ain't nobody going to, I'm telling y'all, that girl looks like a dude. I don't give a what y'all say. Megan Thee Stallion looks like a boy. She does. Him, her, she, whatever. Jay-Z mighty quiet, and that was supposed to be his bestie. Yep. But he was quiet as shit when R. Kelly, when the charges came down for R. Kelly. He ain't had nothing to say. Then y'all did the best of both worlds. It's just like y'all gotta. It's look. And then honest, to be absolutely honest, and this is what I told my sister too. I think the son might be working with the feds to get his daddy low key. I think the son is looking to sacrifice the daddy for his own good, for his own gain, to keep it a buck, cause he want to be a superstar so bad. And they probably like, yeah, go ahead and give your daddy these melatonins, put him to sleep real quick. But that video was like, I didn't know Nina did a video tagging, or maybe she changed the title. It looked like she might have changed the title. It says, let's collaborate as Daddy Chung Chung and at Nicole, of course. Girl, Nina, let it go, let it. Nina, I can't keep defending you if you're gonna keep doing these things. The one that looked just like him. Oh, he said that allegedly Justin Timberlake molested his daughter. I didn't even know Justin Timberlake had a daughter, but allegedly Justin Timberlake molested his daughter and got her pregnant. That's what Jeremy said. I don't know where he got that from. I don't know what sources that came from, but that's what he said. So, I literally legit did not know. Let me look it up. I did not know Justin Timberlake had a whole ass daughter. Did y'all know he had a daughter?
It was a hidden daughter. She came out and said that nigga did. And the people once again signed an NDA so that they wouldn't reveal that little girl was pregnant by this fucking lunatic. And that's why I'm like, bro, like this NDA shit. The NDA, y'all motherfuckers are stupid, bro.
The NDA is supposed to take away the
legal recourse.
No, it's supposed to take away the validity of the person speaking.
How?
Because if you sign an NDA, now all of a sudden you come out and say you was told to sign an NDA, it's supposed to make you look like you just out here just looking for some money.
So don't be out here signing NDAs, bro. Like, and even if you sign an NDA, fuck an NDA.
You said not Crimea River, Justin Timberlake.
Who cares? Who cares, man? Like, it's
I ain't
all
living my best life.
They don't honor none of that shit.
A stallion is an uncastrated male horse. Makes sense to me. She's letting us know she has something between her legs. That's what I'm saying. I ain't never heard a woman call herself a stallion. Yeah, we look. I may be off YouTube when the news come out, but yeah. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. So it's somebody did it on. It's 59 seconds. Listen to this YouTube. Riri's Tea. Oh, she on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, so
a 22-year-old young woman named
hold on, Riri
is claiming that she is Justin
Timberlake's
secret daughter, meaning he would have had her when
Bro.
A 22-year-old young woman named Iris Timberlake is claiming that she is Justin Timberlake's secret daughter, meaning he would have had her when he was around 21 years old. She has been posting a lot on Instagram. She claims that her mom was a gold digger and just would accept money from Justin to keep her a secret. Iris has a lot of very dark accusations against Justin Timberlake. She claims he would do inappropriate things with her. She shared a bunch of story times of what Justin would allegedly do when he was drinking, even claiming that he would cheat on Jessica Biel, but she didn't mind. She has a lot of posts on Instagram if you want to look it up. And beware, there are some very dark and disgusting allegations, Iris goes into a lot of shocking alleged detail. She claims Justin was too focused on his career to be a good dad to her, along with all the other disgusting allegations. She claims that he has a gag order on the media outlet, and she even shared a picture of her alleged birth certificate, which does have Justin's name on it. This is all alleged, but it's really crazy.
There we go. Y'all heard it here first. No, her name is Riri's T. She's an actual person. She has 43.7K subscribers. Folks in the comments are saying, yeah, she lying. I hope he sues her. So people gonna, rush over to the girls, what you call that thing? Social media. Her Instagram. And get into that. So yeah, that's the It'd be the secret kids for me. It'd be the women out here having kids by these celebrities, and then so her name is Iris Lynn. And people are talking about it now, but people was talking about it last year as well on YouTube. So if y'all want to go down that rabbit hole, because I just might, her name, like I said, her name is Iris Lynn, IrisLYNN. There's multiple videos on YouTube about it, and y'all can go check out her Instagram, low key. I'm gonna be over there too. I'm gonna be over there being nosy or whatever. I sure am. Sure is. Sure is. That's why I don't worship any famous people. You can't even listen to the gospel music because. Oh, did y'all see TD Jakes include domestic violence in his sermon today? TD, we didn't need it. The people didn't need it. Mr. Jakes, we didn't need that because you still a power bottom. So allegedly. Yeah, even the gospel music is stressful. Like you can't listen to. You really just gotta listen to shit on the surface. You just gotta listen to the beat and just say fuck it, cause it's just all You just gotta listen to instrumentals, or something. Go make it for real. Gotta make your own music. Jessica Wu had a live today, and she said that. Who was Jessica Wu, child? Do I need the scribbles? Do I need the scribbles to the Jessicas and the Woos? Jessica Wu. So yeah, Diddy is gross. But I'm also the same person who said that nothing was gonna happen to Diddy. I mean, not Diddy, but what's the man's name? That nothing was gonna happen to Robert. That he was gonna be fine. And yeah, they got Robert. They got him. Did y'all see the interview with Kel from Kenan and Kel?
I've been meaning to give you his baby mama's TikTok, because I told you she's one of my mutuals on there, right? And he put out his interview, and of course for the last week she's been going crazy on her TikTok, and it's funny because nobody follows her. So nobody sees her responses, which is crazy to me because I see this lady's response up. So he put it up, and then she responds to everything that he was saying on Club Shay Shay. It's literally his baby mama, the same lady he's talking about. And she has all these stories about him, of course, how she ended up walking in on him and Nick Cannon, and she came into the room. She even recreates it, where she came into the house one day, and Kel was under the covers. This is allegedly, but she told the story multiple times since because she's been my mutual for probably about 2 years, and she comes into the room and Kel's halfway under the cover, and Nick Cannon is in her I guess schoolgirl uniform skirt, and Nick Cannon is dancing on the bed in front of Kel. That's what she says. That's what she alleges.
Shocker.
Her name is, I think, if y'all want to look her up, her name is ASMR_Deadbeat Dad.
The Incredible Jetta received another 5-star overall safety rating. So what I thought we'd do is
I'm just saying, it's funny, it's weird that nobody follows this woman.
Full makeup, just cover up.
She's even putting
and she
out
did the
clips
full.
of skits and shit that they did together, and how she like convinced him to do Mystery Man, and after like Kenan and Kel, and how she convinced him to use his music for that shit, and that's how they ended up getting a bag. And this and that, and how he got like all this money, but he don't take care of his kids and all this shit. It's like a whole thing she be doing on there. I just think it's interesting.
Wow. Bless her heart. I just lost my whole train of thought that fast. Oh, because I'm looking at this screen. I'm like, what am I? Yes, you would like her. She keep it real. She on Dish Nation. Oh, okay. We didn't need that Thomas Dexter. Not yet. No, I didn't. But Kel, baby, come to me, honey. For real. Hey, Gina. That's why all them Disney people went crazy. And they going to continue to go crazy because it's kids being funneled into Disney and Nickelodeon regularly. There's kids show. Unless you get rid of that whole network and that whole studio. Yeah, y'all came out and told y'all story. Okay, cool. But there's kids current day that's in Hollywood that's working for Disney and Nickelodeon, and you know what I'm saying?
But you gotta be careful how you tell.
Yeah.
What makeup artist you say too full. And you went through a similar process.
Yeah, you remember that? I told them I wanted to be casket clean. They took me literally. They had me the casket.
Yeah, right.
All my life. Been grinding all my life.
Mm-hmm. Nope, we didn't grind all our life.
Joy comes in the morning. Can y'all see it?
What am I looking at? And why? Why am I looking at Top Tribute?
Guys on my side of town that did it. It just so happens that I was just, playing, in the school parking lot, and those guys happened to be there. I had no idea that they were doing that. They were coming to do a drive-by at that point. And when they were driving by, Sam was like, nah, you know what I mean? That kid go to my church, we ain't gonna do it. And he told me the next day while we were at Boy Scouts, you know what I mean? Literally told me, he was just like, man, don't hang with them no more. This is what happened. This is the situation. We was, we were homies.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, it definitely had an impact.
How did the Nickelodeon gig come about? Did you audition for that? Were there people like, hey, we think you'd be great for this? How did this come about?
Oh, man. Well, I was a bit of a class clown,
Okay.
coming up. I enjoyed, making people laugh.
Right.
That was my thing within my family. All of us, we love doing that. And I started out in theater.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
Can we start off by wondering who the fuck wanted an interview from Kel Mitchell? Can we do that?
Yeah, that's wrong.
Like, who asked for this man to be like on Club Shay Shay? Like, because you want to know why he's on Club Shay Shay? Because in a blink of an eye, you heard it here first. Kel Mitchell is gonna be. They came out with that trash ass remake of Good Burger. I don't know who's seen it, but Kel Mitchell is trying to get some more money. Kel Mitchell is trying to renew his contract.
started out in theater first, and it wasn't a thing of like getting on television or anything like that. That was never the thing. It was for my parents. It was having a positive outlet. You know what I mean? So think about it as they put me in everything because they didn't want me to go into the wrong crowd. So they were like, "Hey, try everything," and karate, science camp, everything. And what stuck was literally this theater, ETA Creative Arts Foundation. Shout out to them in Chicago. They still going.
Right.
And I went there to this theater, and I was like, "This is where I belong."
What made them pay you? You think that was the only reason they put you two guys together?
No. It was that sketch.
Okay.
So it was literally that Mavis and Clavis sketch that they saw. These kids are definitely funny together, and they play off each other very well. They started putting us in different sketches together, and it just it worked. It just worked. And we didn't know anything about like Abbott and Costello or Martin and Lewis or comedic duos. And Kim Fields, who was one of our directors.
Right. Wow.
Who cares?
Infatuation where orange soda come from.
Okay, so the writer wrote, Shout out to Tyler, man. Tyler is hilarious too. I really enjoy working with different artists, and I knowing now, being a producer, money. You got to pay cameraman. You got to pay all these different. Like that was the.
Have a cat? Stop scooping cat litter with Litter
I don't
Robot,
scoop.
the highest rated self-cleaning
Nobody
litter
gonna
box
pay no
ever.
$200
The
for
answer.
litter box.
I tell people, I heard something. Tell me, hey, yo, Kel, get into a room, lock the door, and get off this balcony. I know that was God now. But at that time, I said it was a person, but I know it was God that told me to do that. And I did that and went and did work. And then from that, changing my life around, where it's to the point where now it's like really living life for me and understanding that, yeah.
Kel, even though I'm listening to you talk, and it's a very traumatic experience, and I'm sorry that you had to experience that.
It's all good,
But it seems to me, no matter how chaotic it was in your personal life, it was the acting that kept you going.
Well, I would say this, because even with the process of me and Keenan, he kind of just, and I don't think he knows that we did have a conversation about this, but he didn't know any of this either. He didn't know all these things were going on in my life until recently when I was able to talk to him about it. And the thing about it is that on that side of work, when it was a thing of,
Who cares, my nigga? All y'all go through something in Hollywood. All y'all be fighting temptations and fighting the demons. I ain't never seen so many people with demons. Y'all got demons because y'all allow the demons to come into y'all body when y'all sign these contracts. Y'all want folks to feel sorry for y'all that y'all can't sleep, can't think, can't eat, can't breathe, stressed out, ain't got no job, ain't got no work, don't know what to do, feel like the people watching you, feeling like you're being chased, feeling like you're being swallowed like that. All y'all come out with the same story. Ugh, who cares? Did you hear about Jaguar saying that Jay-Z slept with Beyonce mom? That shit nasty for. Ooh, no, I didn't hear about that, child. Ooh.
we saw a lot of
Y'all know
comedians
Jaguar
come.
is wanted. I don't know if they got her, but she's wanted. Every time she could talk too much, here come the police looking for her.
You know what I mean? Like I said, we were in '94. I've seen a lot of people come up. And so I remember Dave Chappelle in the Windbreaker at the Improv.
Why? Who asked for this? Did people really give a fuck about
Then
his career?
right after that, we did Fallon,
like that.
where we got together to do the Good Burger.
Right.
Yeah, together. And within that process, though, which was really deep,
My nigga is sitting here like he's being interviewed. This shit is hilarious. Like, what is we talking about? Boy, we about to see Keenan back on TV. Keenan, what you working on right now?
That's Kel right there.
Kel, same niggas. Both of them stressed out. No, Keenan got a job. Ain't Keenan on some type
Saturday
of...
Night Live.
Bye. Y'all still watch that?
That's all I be trying.
I've never seen it.
I told him, I said, yo, look, I'm not getting back in contact with you because of that. You know what I mean? I could care less. If we don't do this, it's whatever. I know us as brothers and what we've been through and the experiences that we experienced being within the limelight this entire time. And now is the time where you need to have a relationship with God, because you've had a relationship with so many, all these different situations. You're in the club, you're doing all this stuff, right?
Right.
And so now it's time for you to find who you are, right? And it was such a beautiful thing. I did a movie called Dance Food, right?
Who?
Shout out to Evian Crockett, Tommy Davis, and all.
Never seen it. Never even heard of it.
That needs to be broken because it's a toxic, you know what I mean? And,
Right.
and demonic within that way. So when I went through that process and I understood that, and doing that over, years and learning the consistency of that and learning how to pray, warring in within the spirit and the spiritual warfare of how to pray.
We don't want
And
you.
shout out to Ruth Brown for teaching me how to do.
Jesus don't want you niggas. Y'all done already left to be caught up in the rapture. Don't be trying to come back now. Now then when they want the support of the people, now they know how to pray. And now they talking to Jesus. Bye, you getting a busy signal. The fuck is we talking about?
That as well, and just
When did
praying
he talk about
within
his
that.
relationship?
That's when I
I'm
saw,
almost in-
like, okay, we are spirits, and this is the spiritual realm. And when I was asked to preach, I think that was the question you asked me, right? This was years later, after that decided to happen. But me preaching, I had now been working within the church. When I had got all that off.
Bye. Y'all, I can't find it, but if y'all find it, let me know.
Why would she go to such? It's hard for you to speak to someone else. Why someone would do something?
Yeah.
But in your best guess estimation,
Okay.
why do you feel that she went to the lengths that she was willing to go to try to destroy the person?
Okay, let's rewind a little bit.
I gotta, and that's what.
Nickelodeon was kid everything, but that marked one of the darkest chapters. These are three incredible.
It is. In this situation, that's what it wasn't what it was. It was a thing of, she said, hey, I'm going to make,
Okay.
as far as to change the kid's name.
Okay, hold on, y'all. I think ladies and gentlemen, we got them.
Our spirits, and this is the spiritual realm.
Here we go.
And when I was asked to preach, I think that was the question you asked me, right? This was years later.
My nigga is really
after
over
that
here
decided to happen.
interviewing.
But me preaching, I had now been working within the church. When I had got all that off of me and I was being consistent with praying, I stopped drinking, I stopped going to the clubs, all these different things like that. I started doing that and I started just having a relationship with God. And I remember the place that I was at, I had scripture all over the walls, and my dad used to call the place like the cave. You know what I mean? 'Cause it was my place to be rebirthed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Within this process and finding a relationship with God, because that's really what it was about. And with me doing that throughout the years, the relationship that I was in at that time, we ended up breaking up because I wanted to be celibate. And I said, Ruth said, y'all need to be celibate. And then we realized in that relationship that we weren't compatible because we took the sex out of it. And when you took the sex out of it, it was just like, oh, dang, we really...
We don't
have anything in common. And I really understood the spiritualness of that. And we ended up breaking up. And, shout out to her. She's doing good. But throughout that process, understanding that and figuring that out.
Right.
Yeah.
This is thing, you woke up one morning, this fake death hoax.
Yeah. Okay.
And you see
Yeah.
Kel Mitchell is no longer with us.
Okay.
You're like, but I am.
Yeah.
So when you read that, you see that, what's going through your mind?
You know what, brother? It's funny because they was killing off everybody. This was around the MySpace age.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So they was
yeah.
all kind of actors was being killed off. But you have to look at the journey. This is what I tell people. That happened in 2004.
Right.
Well, when I was going through it. So when I look back at it, in a symbolic type of way, there was a death when you think about it. Even though it was someone being funny.
They killed off the old
there in the spiritual realm, that is what happened. You know what I mean? Where it was, you have to have a death to self.
Right.
And really live for Christ. And that's really what happened for me when you think about it. But when it was going on, it was kind of crazy where it's like, well, I'm alive, I'm doing my thing. But people hadn't really seen me, so they thought that was real. Yeah.
What is
This first wife situation is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I read that obviously it was a rough divorce.
Yeah.
But she claimed that she went to jail for an IRS debt that you acquired.
Yeah.
The judge denied that. Liens were placed on your bank accounts and your assets. Why would she go to such... It's hard for you to speak to someone else why someone would do something.
Yeah.
But in your best guess estimation, why do you feel that she went to the lengths that she was willing to go to?
Is anybody going to acknowledge that Shannon Sharp just held up his cards and it was no words on them? Is anybody going to address that or no? Like, he really be looking like he reading something and somebody's probably talking to him in his ear and I ain't see no words on them cards. I could be wrong, but I ain't see an word.
To try to destroy the person.
I gotta explain this. So, as we talked about the spiritual side of things, there was a deep things that she's gone through within her life, that I know she needs help with.
Okay.
And there's things that are being revealed now, even throughout her process of life, but things that I've already known. You know what I mean? And I wanted her to get help throughout her entire process, but she did not want to do that. She didn't want to do that. And so when the divorce happened, you think like, co-parenting, people do it. Relationships, people do this. It works when there is a person where both people are taking the emotions out of it, and that's what it is. In this situation, that's what it wasn't what it was. It was a thing of, she said, hey, I'm going to make your life a living hell. I don't want you need to stay. That was the thing. And after, even through the process of everything that we had gone through.
And she still wanted you to stay?
Yeah, because the thing of it is that the guy she was seeing at the time, she didn't want to be with him at that time, but she was pregnant by him, and I'm like, this is who you need to be with. Let's make that clear. And he wanted to be with her, and their family knew that they were together too, which was another thing from the loyal side of things, was like, yo. And so, within that process, they wanted me to all stay. You know what I mean? They wanted me to stay within that, and I'm just like, no, let's just co-parent. We can do that.
Right.
She took me through it as far as like, okay, no, that's not what I want to do. Within that process, she went so far as to change the kids' names. She alienated me from my children. And so the thing of it is that I talk to fathers a lot about this process because, we have baby fathers that don't want to be there, but I definitely wanted to be in my children's life, right? My two oldest children, Lyric and Allure, right? And the thing about it within that process, when that was taken away to a thing where I'm going to court, right? And I'm fighting to see my children, meaning that let's finish this divorce. She didn't want the divorce to end. So in her mind, it's just like, oh, well, no, I'm going to make this go on as long as possible. Right. And also, I'm going to make you continue to pay this and that. And, now, jobs ain't what it is. But I'm hustling my butt off to try to pay, and I'm paying and doing all those different things. But I'm going to court and she's not showing up. And she's changing the kids' names. And I'm trying to go find out where they're at. You know what I mean? And I can't go. I'm trying to go to the house and like, yo, what's going on? And she called the cops because I want to see the kids and go, he tried to break in. Our dude's going along with it. And I'm just like, okay, so I'm not going to do that no more. Let's do this the legal way.
Right.
And now you go into court and the house was already in foreclosure. Already. It was already upside down because I was allowing her, another thing I was doing was allowing her to deal with all the money. So I would just use, do the creative side of things, and I would work, here's the money. Everything started to be revealed to me after the divorce, where it's like, oh, money here, there, where the money was
Kel
going,
Mitchell.
why we were ended up being where there was no money anymore, my name being signed on different things, my name forged on different things. Everything was being revealed to a point where it was very shocking. And now I'm trying to rebuild my career as well while this is going on.
Right.
The house process was that now the house needed to be sold. The house was in my name, always still in my name. Her credit debt was crazy already. She had a past that I didn't know about that was a criminal past already and that I didn't know about. So it was just like, all these things were being revealed. And I'm not doing this because I didn't know you was going to ask that question. So I'm not doing this to bash her because I feel like we need to pray for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I still continue to pray for her. And I have two beautiful children that came out of
She
the
brought the
process.
kids into it.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
TikTok. They were talking about you didn't pay, and they were homeless, and you were dead. When your kids, obviously, an adult doing that.
Yeah.
But when the kids, your flesh and blood, and you doing all you can, that had to hurt, Kel.
Well, you're talking about years of a process, and yes, it definitely did hurt. You know what I mean? And now you understand the hurt I was going through, why I was just like, man, I don't want to live, the drinking, all those different things, and my process to find myself within the Lord, and then going into court. It's nothing like, and I call it faithful fathers, because there's nothing like to be there and then not show up. All these attorney fees that I had to pay. She's not there. She changed the kid's name to the father's name. The baby that was born through all that process, she tried to put that baby's name, my name, on that baby's name.
So she take your biological kid's name, wait, but we'll take the kid that's not yours.
Well, these things happen in different orders. That happened first, and then this happened. And throughout that process of me going to court, what ended up happening was the truth ended up being revealed anyway. Through all of this, it was the consistency of love and the consistency of me is showing up for my kids and letting them know I'm going to.
All right, y'all.
Last
So
summer felt
yeah,
like a dream.
I'm not gonna hold y'all up. I don't really give a fuck no more. I don't really care. Maybe because he talking so slow and he trying to be so cool, so smooth and sultry. So basically, what I gathered from everything that was on Instagram is that his ex-wife had some kids on him, and he didn't show up for the birth of one of the kids, and the child came out and was like, "Damn, my whole life I thought you was at my birth, and you wouldn't." And so, if he had a little bit more, like, if he wasn't trying to talk to Shannon Sharp like he was trying to get a movie,
Right.
then I could sit there and we could get through this as a collective. I can't because it's 5 o'clock in Las Vegas. It's hot. I'm sleepy. I got laundry to do, and I ain't got time for somebody to be, because when in the spiritual realm, and when I said, and this happened in different times, and then when she went and got the kids, and she took the kids, and I can't. Sugar baby, you been over there this whole time? Said shit, yeah, I was asleep. I don't know what you thought. I gotta get me a good cat nap in. He gonna start hollering in a minute, y'all. Y'all know how he do. I just couldn't do it. I just could not do it. So if y'all want to check it out, it's towards the end of Club Shay Shay. I'm assuming, I don't know, but if I will go and look at her and if she shows me something that is worth showing y'all, then I will probably. But I mean, it's just there's no excitement. There's just it's not enough juicy juice, dirty dirt, and that's fucked up because you shouldn't want juicy juice and dirty dirt. But it ain't enough juicy juice and dirty dirt with Kel Mitchell.
Even from her page, I've been following her too. It ain't enough.
It just
She's rehashing the same story. And the only thing that's different from that interview is I finally got to hear his side of the story. But it kind of just lines up, honestly. It ain't really too much to it.
Hopefully.
And plus, he ain't like a big. I was wondering, how did he even get this Club Shay Shay interview?
Well, apparently, Human Resources told Shannon Sharp that he needs to have certain people on his show.
Oh, okay.
So that's what he's doing, because he wasn't making the money he told them he was going to be making off this podcast, and he needs to have some heavy hitters on there talking that talk. Oops, sorry y'all. Some heavy hitters on there talking that talk. So that's why he got them hitters on there talking that talk. But y'all, I can't sit and listen to Kel Mitchell. What I will do is I'm going to start some laundries. I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna do a poll. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to react to Dalvin. Dalvin put up a video talking about I'm single. Shocker. Like, haven't you always been? And Nicole did a video talking about she needs some first date ideas because she done met some dude and she ain't never seen him, and he coming to Vegas. It's gonna be their first time seeing each other. If y'all want me to react, I will react. If y'all want me to react, I'll have to do it tomorrow or something, because if I do it today, it's gonna be a very low energy, because Kel done took all my fucking energy out of me. Like, I was juiced up in the beginning of the video, and he done took my soul from me. So I'm gonna put a poll up on the channel. Y'all let me know if y'all want a live tomorrow, talking about Dumb and Dumber. And hit the thumbs up button on your way out. If you're catching the replay, hit the thumbs up button for your girl. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe. And I love you guys to pieces. If anything else interesting happens, I will definitely be back, of course. If not today, definitely tomorrow. If y'all want me to talk about Ren and Stimpy tomorrow, then I'll be back tomorrow. And yeah, have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. Tomorrow is Monday. For all the parents, yes, I told you, B-Dub. I told you. Bye, Brody. And get y'all them chips. I already made a believer out of B-Dub. I made a believer out of her. Go get them chips right now. I will see you guys later. Bye.